Hello, high class citizens. This is the high class trader. Alright, today I want to show you guys how to place trade on Bybit, or let me say how to trade my signals. So let's say you receive a signal like this, long mana USDT, with a leverage of 10x, limit entry is 0.11526, stop loss is 0.11395, then TP1 is 0.11995, and TP2 is 0.12275, and the trade is a trade of 1 is to 572, risk reward of 1 is to 572. So here is on the Bybit home interface. For you to place such trades, first, if you look at the downside, you see home, market, trade, earn, and assets. So to trade futures on Bybit interface, you have to click on trade, is on trade, and make sure if you look up here, you see convert, spot, futures, options, and trade file, and make sure the you're on the futures phase. If not, you might be trading spots or any other options. So make sure you're on the futures phase. So now, based on the signal, you have to long mana USDT with a leverage of 10x. So to select this part, this where you select your leverage. So you have to use 10x. Make sure it's on 10x. Click on 10x. Though normally we trade with cross, we don't trade with isolated. Cross gives you a more wider advantage in trading because you make use of your whole portfolio. Like the trade makes of your whole portfolio instead of like isolating on a particular amount, makes of your whole portfolio. But here you have to be very careful and apply risk management. So now you are told to like um the leverage 10x. We already selected our leverage, which is 10x. Then this is a limit trade. So I'll have a limit entry of 0.11526. So there are different options here. If you click here, you see market and limit. There are other options that we don't normally use, that we normally use market and limit. So now you are told to use limit. So make sure it's on limit. Then put in your limit entry values. So the value you have here is 0.11526. So type in 0.11526. So how I normally trade is first of all, once I put in this limit entry, it's a limit trade. If I put in this limit entry, I have to go to my stop loss. My stop loss is 0.11395. I type in 0.11395. This is my stop loss. Then once I type in my stop loss, then I have to select. Normally I haven't added any money on my futures. I didn't add any money here. So because I already made a lot of withdrawals. So if I am to um put in my stop loss, then I have to select the values, the amount I'm willing to enter the trade with. And now this is why I like Bybit. Once you select the amount you want to enter the trade with, it will indicate um the amount you'll be losing once the trade hits your stop loss, underneath your stop loss value. It will show you the amount you'll be losing once the trade. If there's any money here, I don't want to add money here. So it will show you the amount you're willing to lose underneath it. You understand? It will show you the amount you're willing to use underneath it. So once you get that amount you're willing to lose, that's why it's good to apply this management. Once you get that amount, you know that this is the amount you're willing to lose on this trade, then you can leave it at that point. Now then you can put your take profits. We have the TP1 and TP2. First I put the TP2, which is the last TP. This is the trade here. The TP2 is 0.12275, which is the last TP. 0.12275. So I have to type it as 0.12275. Normally I trade with alerts. So once I put in this in for the TP2, I also add the alerts on my trading view. For people who doesn't like analyze and focus mainly on signal, there's an option here to do that, but that's when you open the trade. Once you open the trade, but for now I'm showing you how to apply this. So once you put in your stop loss, you put in your take profits, which is the last take profit. You can choose to go with the take profits one. If you're willing, you can just put in 0.11995 if you can't wait to the last take profit. But normally I put in the last take profit, then I manually close for the TP1. I just take out profit at the TP1. So now You're using the last TP. Once you put in your TP, normally, like I said at the initial time, if you put in your stop loss, it will show you the value you're willing to lose, that you'll be losing once you hit your stop loss. Same thing applies if you put in your take profits. It will show you the amount you will win once the trade hits your take profits. So now anything you're willing to lose here will be, this is the risk to reward. This trade is the risk to reward of 1 is to 5, 5.75. So anything you're willing to lose will be times 5 of what you profit. So if you're losing $10 here, you'll be getting X5 of $10 once the trade hits TP. Once the trade hits TP. So that's how it works. Once you put in all the values, set all the requirements, then you click on long, because this is a long trade. If it's a short, you click on short, but now you're in a long trade, you click on long. It will not order because there's no money here. So once you click on long, you confirm the payment. Then it will be here at the orders. Orders is where most of your limit trade will show, or maybe any trade that have triggered, the stop loss and the take profit will be showing here on the orders, even though it will be showing at the position part as well. It will also show you at the orders and any other limit entry that you are putting in. So that's how it works. Once you get the signal, just put in all the values, follow the appropriate limits, appropriate leverage, cross limits, unless I indicate markets. If I'm to give you a signal and you see trade at the market price, and note, once you receive a signal to trade at the market price and you have to see that signal maybe an hour later or latest 30 minutes later, just forget about that trade. Don't enter it because it's already off. Because if you have to enter late, to make your risk to reward small, probably your take profit small, your stop loss wide, that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't advise entering a trade um late, a market trade very late. It's not advisable. So though mostly what I'll be giving out is a limit entry signals. So once you get everything intact, your limits, um your putting in your limits, then putting your take profits and putting your stop loss, then make sure you're willing to risk what you can afford to lose. Risk to reward and risk management is important in trading. So make sure you're willing to risk what you're willing to lose. So once you get all those right, long the position, you place your trade. That's it. So I hope this is very helpful to you all. Don't forget to trade with high class. Make sure you trade my signals. This is the high class trader. Make sure you trade my signals. Also make sure you apply risk management. Trading is a risky business. So apply risk management. Don't go trend blindly. You might lose all your money. Thank you.